Straw Hut Media.
I'm so happy you actually listened to my podcast. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Jordan Jones podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Jones, and in today's episode, I asked you guys on my Instagram to send in your icks, and I think that these were the best send-in submissions I've ever gotten. I think I relate to every single one, except for some people hating on dogs and cats, but wow. I'm excited for this episode, and I hope you guys are too, so stay tuned to hear your guys' submissions about your icks. And Matcha is here, you guys. She got fixed 2 days ago, and someone was like, I think it's an ick that you got your cat fixed. That's the end of her bloodline. That's so sad to say. Guys, she was in heat twice in 10 days. It had started. She was so miserable. She's hiking her butt up in the air and rolling around on her back and begging for attention and meowing so loudly. I felt so bad because, oh my gosh, this must be uncomfortable for her. I don't know. I just felt like bad for her. And then like once it ended, it was like a couple days went by and she started doing it again, rolling on her back and sticking her butt up in the air. Basically, I was reading a lot of things and doing a lot of research on what to do. And the best thing for her was to get her spayed. I think that's what it's called for females, spayed. So she's bounced back completely from her surgery. I mean, she basically was kind of weird on the drive home, which was 30 minutes. And then she wouldn't really get out of her carrier right away. But then when she got out, she basically was trying to take off her bandage. So I took it off of her because they said to leave it on for an hour, but it was 30 minutes at that point. Okay, I mean, if it's not bleeding, I can just take the little arm bandage off. Right, Masha? So I took that off of her. Then she wasn't licking her incision, so I took the cone off of her and I've just been watching her. And she's only licked it a couple of times, but I guess cats can bite the stitches out and that's what can't happen. So I've just literally been watching her and she acts totally fine. Look at her. She is the best cat ever. Cute. Guys, it's so sad. I went so long without having an animal and without having an animal to come home to. And then when she was at surgery, I went back home after dropping her off. She wasn't there and it's so sad. People really take their animals for granted. I mean, everyone takes everything for granted nowadays, but I missed my cat. Okay. Oh, you're the best. Oh, you're the best. Everyone's she's gonna start thinking she's a dog soon because she just goes everywhere and she's very dog-like. Okay. First one, someone moving their toes. OMG, I cannot. Oh my God. This is so funny because so many people, I feel do this without even noticing. And then when you notice, you're like, oh, that's kind of gross. Say if you're around a lot of people, you're just sitting there moving your feet around. Oh, I don't really like it either. I mean, yes, people are totally doing it without noticing most of the time. It's not something that really gives me the ick, oh, I can't be around them, oh, it's disgusting. But it's just I do notice it. I totally understand where this person's coming from. And they sent it in with all caps. This person really doesn't like that. This one is just kind of funny to me. I don't really think it's totally disgusting, but some people can definitely overdo it and make people feel uncomfortable. So I thought it was good to mention in this episode. Okay. This one is so true. Oh my gosh. I feel one of my friends literally just said this to me. And this is about guys. I mean, I don't really know if a girl would do this. Maybe. Some girls. But it's when they hit walls when they're mad. Punch walls or put their head into walls. You know those two funny guys on TikTok that do the gaslighting and all those funny videos where they're basically making fun of how guys are, reasons why he doesn't post you and training to be a gaslighter or whatever. It's just, they're super funny. And they just made a video recently of when a girl threatens to break up with them. I'm gonna punch the wall and I'm gonna drive my car as fast as I can when I leave you. And I'm gonna put my head into the steering wheel and honk as loud as I can. I don't know. They're obviously dramatic, but I bet some people are like that. The hitting the walls thing made me think of their video because I think that they mentioned it. Yeah, it is an ick. Obviously, probably more of like an immature thing. You really have some anger management issues. That is scary to me. They're probably thinking like, I want to punch her in the face so hard right now. And then they like have to do it to a wall because they can't do it to your face. That's what they would be thinking. And then I'd be scared. This is just not good. Being aggressive and angry is just not something that should flow between like guy and girl. Keep that to your boys. Keep that in like boxing, or just like work on yourself and don't do that. Okay. Next ick, Disney adults / adults that go all out dressed up to take pictures with characters. Okay, I'm in the middle with this one. Yeah, without experiencing this firsthand with my own family, I've always like completely judged this and thought people were crazy and like, oh, I don't like Disney adults. And I was totally on your side. And now it's hard for me because my niece and nephew love Disney. They love the characters. They like to dress up. They like to go to Disney. They have season passes. They go all the time. And my brother and his wife are so like supportive of that. I mean, I think that they do like Disney and love watching the movies, but it's not like they're a Rapunzel fan, but they're just really good parents. So they like to go all out for their kids. If Natalia is like, hey, dad, like dress as Star Wars or dress as, I think he was Sven. No, wait. I think Sven's the animal. The donkey? The horse? What is he? Sven? Okay, reindeer, but then who's his Kristoff, right? Okay, so I think my brother was Kristoff for Halloween one year, and I was Elsa. We just like do that to make them happy. You know, it's not like I'm the biggest Elsa fan or like I would be dressing up as Elsa without the kids. Maybe Disney adults without kids is a little weird to me, but if you're doing it to make your kids happy and be cute for one day as like a family dressed together for Disney, I don't think that there's any shame in that. So I don't also think my older brother would go take a picture with a character without the kids, unless it was like Star Wars, because he does love Star Wars. Yeah, so I'm like split in between with this ick. I understand it, but I also, well, if it was this one circumstance, it's like totally okay. Oh. All right, next ick is touching your controller with greasy hands. This is very true. My boyfriend actually taught me this and like saw TikToks about this where you like use chopsticks to eat stuff. I don't do that. I haven't actually tried that, but that made me think, wow, this is like a normal thing that people don't really like to eat and be greasy and touch your controller. It's so gross. Your controller is something that you probably literally never clean. Maybe you'll disinfect it once a year, but no one's out here acting like they're consistently doing that. I'll clean my entire house every single week, wash my toilet, but like I don't think my controller, and that's like really disgusting now. So like I think I'm gonna go home and disinfect my controller. Yeah, I totally get that touching greasy food or literally anything. Like I eat licorice sometimes when I game. The sugar crystals kind of go everywhere. It's not that disgusting, but I still am like wiping my hands off before I lay. And it also like is harder, obviously, like slipping all around. Like I've never done that. I won't do that, but I totally understand that that is an ick because I don't do that. And I literally would cringe. Next ick is loud breathers and loud chewers. This was sent in a million times. I wasn't even going to mention it, but like there was like at least 150 people that said loud chewers. I really screenshotted this one because it was both, and the loud breathing really gets to me. Woo. Say you're sitting next to your friend and you just like can hear them breathing. Oh my God. I think I usually say something like, are you okay? It is an ick to me. And I know that there's probably like underlying issues that are serious, but still it's just something I can't really do. And I watch a lot of mukbangs. People's mics nowadays are like really crystal clear. I do watch people chew all the time. It sounds so weird. It's like the weirdest thing that I like, where I'll be eating so I have to watch someone else eat. If you watch mukbangs, you understand where I'm coming from this. But if I'm out not watching someone eat from a video, I can't do loud chewing or swallowing and hearing people crunch on their chips. And another thing that doesn't bother me is when I'm playing Xbox with people and I can hear them eating through my headset. I'm just like, oh, are you eating? And then like go on with my life. But for some reason, if I'm like in public with people, it's something I can't move past. And I also want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Let me know what your biggest ick is and which one you relate to from the video. Okay, next. When guys wear slides without cutting their toenails. I mean, that is a weird thing to think about and be on your mind at like 9 a.m. when I posted this, and you're just, the long toenails with their slides. Oh, that really gets to me. I get it. I totally get it. And you want to know something I learned? So if you're getting a pedicure, you should always tell them you want a square instead of round, which I've always not liked because when it's square, it's kind of like pokey on the sides. Then I was with my niece and I was getting her a pedicure, and the manicurist, whatever, lady goes, oh, what do you want to do with her? And I was like, oh, whatever you think is best. She goes, okay, I think that you should do square, and you should tell her mom to always do square so that she doesn't get ingrown toenails. Because when you get round, they kind of like go in and like cut and whatever. So that's just a little tip. I don't know if it's true. I obviously only heard it from one woman, but I mean, she seems to know what she's talking about. So I would trust her opinion on that. But wearing slides in general, I really don't like unless you're on vacation or at the beach. If you're just walking around like shopping or going on a date or something, slides give me the ick. I don't really want to see guys' furry feet. So I get it. And then on top of that, if their toenails are hanging off their slides in the front, that's like, bro, if you cut that off, you'd lose 3 pounds. Okay, this next one is pretty similar. Wearing no socks when wearing shoes. I'm going to even top this one. Wearing no-show socks, it's like the same because you're still seeing like ankle and stuff. Then you take off your shoes and you're like walking around someone's house and you have no-show socks on and you're a guy. I cannot. Oh my God. That is literally, I don't judge anyone, but like, come on, guys. I'm judging you. Oh my God. I stopped wearing no-show socks when I thought it was gross that other people were doing it. And then most of the time, your feet don't even fit in the no-show. So then they start like breaking on the bottom. Bro, no. Come on, everyone needs to throw out no-show socks and throw out black socks, gray socks, if you can see. Wear whatever sock you want if like no one can see it. Okay, when I'm working out though, sometimes I like black socks because it's like black leggings. It like elongates the look. But like for your everyday, you guys have to wear white, taller socks. Or just at least white socks. Come on, buy them a little bit more frequently. Don't let them get dingy. I know life is getting expensive, but come on. Next ick. When they vape. Yeah, I agree with this one. It's just something that, people do or they don't do. I don't really know what else to like say about it. It's just like an addiction thing, obsessive thing, relying on something or like needing something in your hand. I think the bigger ick is when they can't find their vape. It's like the world is ending. If it's not right here, they will literally tear the couch cushions apart and be like, who took my vape? Where's my vape? I literally had it 2 seconds ago. Oh my God, like someone take me to the vape store. Like I literally need another one. That part where they like can't find it and they do this, that's the bigger ick to me. No one can change my mind on that. Vape all you want, but don't go looking for it like that. Just take a deep breath, be a little bit more nonchalant instead of like, where's the vape? Bro, way too many people close to me like vape and I make fun of them for that. So, okay, next one. People who don't brush their tongue and only their teeth. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you would really know this about people, so it's just something that like disgusts you. Not like you're watching people like not do it to give you the ick. But yeah, obviously like personal hygiene is very important. Yeah, it's really funny because my mom like obviously scrubs her tongue, but for some reason we're like usually on FaceTime when she's doing this and she is like gagging. All right, next one. Not knowing how to drive. I used to not know how to drive for a long time, much longer than average. And now I love driving. It's just something that really scared me and I didn't really need to. My mom still lived in LA. She drove me everywhere. And if anything, like I would have not had that time with her. If I knew how to drive, I would have been on my own. But I'm so happy that I had that time of her taking me everywhere and I loved it. Taking me to every audition and I don't even know, like set every single day. It was the best. So now I feel like if you were in a relationship with like a guy and you're above the age of 21 and he doesn't know how to drive, yeah, of course that would give me the ick. That'd give everyone the ick. But like girls, you don't really need to know. Like it's not an ick for girls, I don't think. My friend Sophia in New York doesn't know how to drive. She lives in New York. She lives in the city. She takes the subway everywhere. She takes taxis everywhere. There's no point. It's not always that bad, but if it's like a guy, yeah. Next one. People who force opinions on others. It's so embarrassing and sad. Yeah, this is really true. This always comes from insecurity and jealousy. Say if you're like in a friend group and the friend group is talking bad about one of your best friends. Oh, that's so weird that they posted that. Like, can you believe that? And then you're like, oh yeah, like that is really weird. They just think it's weird. So I think it's weird now because I'm so influenced by them. I think they're so cool and they're right and their opinion matters. And then you're like thinking about it and you go tell your friend, you should probably delete this. They said so. We were just talking about it. I just thought I should bring it up to you because yeah. They're probably just like jealous of what you posted or what girl you have or what car you have or anything like that. So unless it's like something that genuinely like is just from one of your friends, I saw this and the lighting isn't that good. You have a better picture. Like you should delete that one and post this one. That is a different story. But just overall, when people are like forcing their opinions on everyone else, bro, are you okay? Like, why do you have to do that? Just let people live, unless it's like a serious concern. I don't know. This happens a lot with people, and sometimes you just gotta listen to them or not. I don't know. You just gotta like flow with like the exact interaction or situation. I don't really know exactly what happened, but yeah. Okay, next one. When they can never have one drink, they always have to get drunk. Yeah, this just applies to a lot of different things, but mainly this one. This is a big thing, especially if you were not going to go out at all. Say you're like your friends are trying to get you to go out and you're like, no, like I'm really just trying to like stay this weekend. Like, I just went too hard last weekend. I got to take a break, whatever. And they're like, no, come on. And he's fine. Like, I'm going to go, but I'm not going to drink. And then fine, I'll have one shot. And then they're the most drunk. It feels like they don't have any self-control. And that is like a really bad character trait. And I feel like we've all been there with different things in our life where, we kind of don't have self-control and we let our like emotions and feelings and like, popularity get in the way of that. But the more you grow up, I feel like people get out of that and they do what they want actually instead of what other people are like expecting them to do or want them to do. Yeah, obviously this is an ick. I don't like this. I think that it's a bad character trait, but everyone has to learn their lesson the hard way or just like learn their lesson, period. Okay, last one is when they are mean/dislike animals. Again, so correct. It's just like, how could you not think they're at least cute? Like, sure, don't own one. Say you're allergic and you can't have them, but they're still so cute. You don't have to say like, I hate dogs. That is such a lie. I don't think there's like a single person on earth that can be like 100% hatred towards dogs or cats or any animal. I don't know. Why are you trying to be cool? Like, it's not a flex, bro. They're cute. Or you like one dog, but all these other dogs you don't like. It's just, I don't know. It's weird to have a flex about that. And I think you're annoying. That wraps up today's video. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I really enjoyed those submissions. Thank you guys for always being on top of it and helping me out. I just love that you guys watch, submit, care, stream. We're a little community here and I always appreciate the love. Thank you guys again for watching today's episode and I will see you guys next week. Bye!
You've been listening to the Jordan Jones Podcast. Jordan's passion is to inspire, relate, and give you that much-needed one-hour escape from life's everyday struggles. Your family, and we're so glad you're here. Make sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Jordan Jones. Jordyn. This production is brought to you by Straw Hut Media, hosted by Jordan Jones, produced by Ryan Tillotson, edited by Daniel Ferreira. Additional production help by Carolyn Mendoza, Ali Ahmed, and Samir Gonchi. Keep shining bright like the diamond you are, and see you next time on the Jordan Jones Podcast.